women by instinct understand that they've got this confidence because of all of the experience they've had, but they've never ventured out on their own and actually pulled the trigger on any of this?
Some of them haven't. Some of them have. But they're still looking to say, is this really what I'm supposed to be continuing to do? Or they've come to the place of wanting to make that change. Many people thought, oh, you're in such a great field. You are a full-time musician. You do what you love. And I do. I do what I love. But I've even felt the need to expand, and in the area of helping women and of training and of speaking, it expands my field and it expands what I'm already doing in the area of the arts. I'm not putting the arts completely aside, I'm incorporating those. So understanding that many people come from different areas and different skills, to be able to now to channel that maybe in a little bit different direction. It doesn't have to be entirely, but maybe a little bit different direction.
So if a woman is thinking about pulling the trigger, heading in a new direction, can you give us a little hint about like what kinds of steps you have her think through just before she does that?
The cables of success, which are your mindsets and your habits and your relationships and your skills, big time in your skills, evaluating what your core strengths and your core competencies are, and then building your skills upon that. But you need, when you're starting a new venture or a new business, the principles are very similar across the board. It's to evaluate financially, evaluate physically, how much time it's going to take. Do you want to spend that kind of time at this point in your life? What are your family obligations? Family's first with me still, even though my kids or our kids are at a certain stage. When they drop in like they did the other day and I want to spend 2 hours with them, I want to be able to have that sort of time, if I'm around, in my schedule to be able to take that sort of time. So it depends on what you want your schedule to look like, all of those things factoring in, and putting as many of those things down on the table. If you really want to do it, and if that's really a dream of yours, there's a lot of things you can do to really make that happen.
So women at halftime, even though they may want some flexibility in their schedule to be available for family,
Right.
Find that they've got energy and time that they want to invest.
Yes.
They'd love to get a return. What kind of ongoing learning would you suggest that they keep doing to push themselves forward?
Well, first I'm going to go back to that lot of energy, because many women, when the body starts changing, they don't feel as much of that energy in the same way. So health is very, very important, to pay attention to your health. But that should come in some of your learning as well when you talk about what to learn and how to keep growing learning. I think reading is very important. It's not old-fashioned to pick up a book, a hardbound book or a paperback. I love books in my hand. But also I have a lot of books on my iPad and Kindle, and so I read pretty constantly. Mm-hmm. It's a great way to be exposed to new different materials, and one of the ways that I take notes, I actually type them out on my laptop, because when I go back to writing my books, I have sources already documented from numbers of books. And when I'm looking up keywords, I'm looking up actual sources. I already have those documented, because then you're not looking through this huge stack of books and saying, I know that quote was somewhere. It depends on what you're going to be learning and growing in and pursuing. But reading is very important. Articles, of course. There are so many podcasts out there, you would never have time to listen to them all. But there's a lot of avenues, there's a lot of information, but I think a lot of your learning is going to happen from doing it. It's from taking the actual steps to do it.